How you guys feeling? Y'all so quiet. How y'all doing? Y'all enjoying the film?
Yes.
I was telling Jacob Estes, I was like, congratulations for making one of those films that all of us are yelling at. You know, you yelling at the screen, you're like, actually, if you don't ride this bike any faster,
Leave the bike.
actually better get on this bike, actually. So I wanted to, first I thought it was so important and so amazing to see us at the forefront of a thriller and at the forefront and near the jail, but not in the jail. And I just wanted to ask you, Jacob, just kind of like the history of kind of how all the film came together, because I know that you said it was initially going to be in a different location.
Yeah. Nope.
We got you. There you go.
Hello. Yeah, originally the movie was set on a farm in the sticks in Ohio. And then David read the script and liked it, and I promptly left Ohio. And thank my lucky stars. The movie was always sort of at its heart about family, not identity. And so David and I talked about doing it in LA, and there was just this sort of sticky plot point to do with gunshots that rang out and at a farm. Nobody would hear them. So we thought that the reason why nobody would call the police would be something to do with the socioeconomic reason. So cast the movie around David and started scouting Watts in South Central LA and just made the movie that way.
And David, when you say you're at this point now where films are being casted around you, and you having the input, and knowing what I know about you, and what a lot of people may or may not know, is that your consistent commitment to change, and what you do, and what you all just saw on film, and then who he is in person, and what he stands for, and how you leverage your art, and you leverage your platform to create opportunity for others. So talk about the casting part of it, and kind of your thoughts and process around that.
Well, one of the things I am absolutely dedicated to is getting to see people of color in front of, behind the camera, telling stories that are universal, expansive, and are not necessarily tied to race. Because I truly believe in this medium as powerful for cultural change. I think what breaks down prejudice is coming away from fear, and that is to do with feeling like people who are different than you, and I always look for opportunities to do that with film, and I'm always looking for opportunities to provide opportunities for my 12-year-old self. So when I was that age, I didn't see anyone who looked like me doing what Storm Reid gets to do in this film. Mm-hmm. I certainly didn't see someone like Storm Reid getting to do what she does in Wrinkle in Time. For us, what I saw was your notoriety. It sort of had to wait till you were in your 30s and 40s. If you look at our great actors of the generation above me, it took playing a historical role that a white actor couldn't play for them to gain the notoriety that basically made them a star. And so anywhere and everywhere I can, I'm looking for opportunities to create a world that my 12-year-old self would have looked at and gone, oh, I can do that. My dad is actually here.
Leaf blower's here.
Don't encourage him. Daddy! My lovely daddy. Oh, he's going to stand up now. Yep, okay, very good. Yes. Hello, daddy. But the reason I point out my dad is that when I was younger, he wasn't, he was fearful about me wanting to be an actor because he also didn't see Storm Reid in a movie. So he saw no track record of success for him to aspire to, for me, or me to aspire to. So that's a long-winded way of saying this is exactly what I feel part of what I was placed on this planet to do. And I just thank Jacob so much and Blumhouse so much for approaching me despite the fact that this piece wasn't written for someone who looks like me.
Yeah, make some noise for that, Blumhouse.